Maybe one shot, maybe two. Kind of wide enough for all of this. Well, hopefully you can hear me over the road noise. As I'm getting set up here, what I'm looking at is the barn and the house together. This is a farm. When I moved here in the early mid-90s, was an active tobacco farm and has since been abandoned. It looks like somebody has started to develop it or had ambitions of developing it, which may also have been abandoned. More cloth up here. And I mentioned a few videos ago, a while back, over a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago now, that I've been becoming more and more interested in these kind of abandoned farms and fields as the world around central Kentucky has kind of changed. And where it once was a thriving agriculture has become increasingly suburban, urbanized, and all sorts of other things. And it's really changed the dynamic of the area. Get my camera level here. And agriculture here in central Kentucky has been spotty at best, really. Because the original cash crop was very much tobacco. Well, it was hemp, actually. It became tobacco. Tobacco has been the major cash crop for a long time. But I'm sorry if there's all this noise. We're next to a road, and I've got my dark cloth kind of rubbing against the microphone, so I apologize if we're having trouble hearing me. Let's get the loop in here. And I drive by this location just about every day. So I see it all the time, and I've seen it go from an active farm to inactive, which has been fairly fascinating growth of events. All right, what I'm doing at the moment is trying to get my focus using some swing. I'm currently using my 240 millimeter Schneider, and looks good there. And I'm going to have to use some Scheinflug movements to get the foreground and background in focus. Okay, I think we're there. So a little bit of front tilt and a little bit of swing to kind of get the focus all the way across. And what I'm photographing, of course it's hard because you can't see the ground glass and it's a little too dark because the sun is setting. So I'm getting this abandoned farmhouse as well as the barn, and then of course the sweep of field between. And this is picture number one. I can kind of get down into the grass as well, so I'm getting kind of the whole upsweep of the hill. And of course I've got the camera up high right now, so I can get a good foreground to background sweep rather than low and get kind of a compressed view of the ground. And I'm liking this view. We may turn and get just the barn and the field on its own for a second shot. And if I do that, I might actually back up across the other side of the road and include some of the road. I haven't decided yet. But first we need to do this one. Sun is going down, which aesthetically is exactly what I want. I'm thinking of this as kind of like the twilight of the farming agriculture period of central Kentucky. And so not to like, hit that over the head metaphorically too hard, I'm doing it at kind of the sunset or twilight hour. So we still have some light remaining. I haven't metered yet to see how long of an exposure. We're shooting Portra 160, and I've got some times for that when we get down to low light. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the dark cloth off so that I don't accidentally yank the camera down. And let's get the shutter closed and start taking some meter readings. And I brought my 300 millimeter lens too, just in case I felt like we needed it, but the 240 is giving me the wider view of what we need here. Okay. All right, shutter's closed. I'm going to shoot this at 22, f/22. So let's see what sort of meter we need here. And did I leave my meter? Nope, didn't leave it. Good thing. Okay. Let's set the ISO. I tend to overexpose by 1/3 of a stop. And right now, we're setting at 1 second at f/22. 1 second is about right, 1 and a heartbeat. It's technically 22 1/3, so I'd probably just do 1 second at 22. Let that 1/3 of a stop be overexposed. Perfectly fine. And I tend to rate this at 125 just to make sure I've got enough shadow detail. So we're gonna go ahead and make an exposure here. So let's get this set to 1 second, which fortunately with this shutter, we have exactly that, a 1 second time. Yep. So got everything locked down. Let's go ahead and do this and see if we can move for a second shot as well. Okay. and I heard a fire, so I feel comfortable with that. So now, since we still have some light, let's move this party down, further down this road, and away from the main road, so you might actually hear me a little bit better. And see if we can get a shot of just the barn, and if that will work for what we want as well. Go. And let's take a peek at what the 300 gives us. All right, let's get some focus here. Okay. Well, first, right off the bat, we can see I've got the barn centered up, not the pole. Kind of want the pole. And with the angle of view that I've got, they're too close together. I want them spread apart. So I'm going to move the camera down a little bit further. Okay, that's better. But not enough of the road. So let's back it up. All right, we gotta move my stuff. But we are now getting the near side of the road in the shot, which is what I want. And let's see how things are lining up here. It's starting to get dark. See if we can do this in time before we lose all our light. Camera's a little unlevel, so let's fix that. Okay. See if we can get some shine flug in here, near and far. That's going to take away that pole. So that pole being at the top, if I go too far with the shine flug, I ended up losing my pole at the top or the ground. So I'm going to have to use just straight up depth of field. So now I'm checking my swing. We're just going to have to do this as a straight shot, pure depth of field, stop down. It's the only way we're going to get this. But I do have like a power box at the top. I either need to cut that out or get it all. So let's cut that out. There we go. Put a little bit of front fall. Okay. Get some rear tilt in here, maybe. A little bit of rear tilt gets my grass foreground in a little bit better. Let's see. Stopping down. Let's get the loop. Now that we're stopping down, let's see if we can get that foreground and background in focus. Okay, almost got it. Barn. The trees in the back though. Okay. Top. Hard to tell at this point. I'm losing so much light. Okay. So I think stop down will get us where we need to go. It's very, very hard to tell because of just the failing light. Ooh, that was all the way down to 45. I don't like being at 45. 45 starts to give us diffraction. And since I intend to enlarge these, 8x10 or not, I really don't want to deal with diffraction. So let's double check this at a 22. Okay, background trees are just sharp now. Pole looks pretty good. Barn looks good. Road. What I can't tell is the patch of grass which would be on this side of our road. So it might be slightly out of focus, and it's some foreground stuff. So that one's gonna be the tough one. But to get that in using some tilt, I lose that up there. And I really would rather have out of focus grass than out of focus pole. Let's see. But it's also very, very hard to tell. And just a touch of tilt in here. I don't think I'm losing too much. So we're gonna go with it. This in, get lens there. Let's go ahead and get the film holder in so we're ready to go. Sure we're closed. Yep, okay. Okay, we're ready there. Let's meter. Okay, F 22 of 4 seconds. And let's see what I like here, viscosity. So I'm gonna get a 5. So let's get this to bulb and we're ready. So timer, or my clock anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that should do it. And these are gonna be my shots. So we'll get these home, we will process them, make some contact prints and see how we did, and start looking for some other farms, because as the agriculture life starts to change around here, I think we're going to find more and more farms that aren't even used for hay anymore, and they're just waiting for development into who knows what. They brought out like 4 years ago some sewage pipe that they never actually put in. So is this going to be a shopping center? I mean, there's a car lot right behind me, or behind the camera here. There's a gas station, golf course over there. This is a church parking lot that I'm in. So who knows? Who knows what this is going to become? Apartments, houses, shopping, another car lot. Don't know. But it's the changing face of Central Kentucky, and I'm going to document it and see what we get. So thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time. Hopefully you like these 2 shots. Let me know if you think I should keep going with the project. Right now, I'm thinking I will, and we'll see how things pan out. We'll see you next time.